Alright guys and girls and whatever, it's me with my first video with voiceover. Yeah, I guess that's cool. So we will be playing Medieval Kingdoms 1212 AD the mod Total War. If you like Total War, you probably know the mod already, but yeah, today we're going to take a look at one of my favorite factions. By the way, this will be uncut because I'm too, like lazy to cut a video, and also I need to keep the limit at 10 minutes because my account's apparently unregistered. So yeah. Anyways, it was Lithuania. Um, Today we are going to look at the early game units because the only time you will really need to have war in this game and to do anything in this game, well, it's the early game. Because the early game is, well, it's really just about conquering stuff. The mid game is like, yeah, you can conquer some stuff, but you need to stabilize, and the end game is like just trying to survive. Hey, there we go. It's like the Western Roman Empire. um, so yeah, we're going for some units. You can, by the way, if you couldn't tell if you've played the mod, if you want to have like a roleplay settings or something like that, if it's like phase 1 like this, you will see it's early game, or else you can see that it's early, but in this case it's not. So you can always look at it, and then you can say it's 1, so it's 13th century. So it's 1. By the way, it's like 14th century gets 15th century, so you have to keep it in mind. Might I say why I like Lithuania that much? It's probably just because of the fact that they are the only, not only pagan faction in the game, but the only playable one at that. They have a vassal, but that's the only other pagan faction, so technically they are the only actual pagan faction. And the cool thing is, you can actually pagan the whole game. You don't have to convert, and you still get the units. You just don't have to convert, which is hella amazing. Because sometimes converting to Christianity can really be a pain in the ass, especially if you convert to Catholic Christianity, not to Orthodox one, because then you have to worry about the Pope and him calling some stupid crusade, and nobody likes stupid crusades. So yeah. Also, by the way, retinue horse archers, they are apparently for the 13th century, but they have like armor and like stats that are usually for phase 2, so like the 2nd century, and not 2nd century, but like the 2nd phase. So I do think that's kind of weird. We also got a catapult and a trebuchet. These will be here called onagers, but you know they're pretty much the same thing. These would have been here the trebuchets, which have been used more, but in less numbers because they were more expensive to make. And here's the opposite. So yeah, this will be the early game units for Lithuania. We will be playing against Sicily just, because I just already selected, because I did the previous custom battle. So yeah, we're going to go just the general because I don't really care, and I do have some different mods like the camera mod and graphic mods installed because I just think the game looks better, and you can. I personally want to see what's going on the battlefield than just having to have like being halfway over the battlefield and not seeing anything. So I rather have a mod where it may slow down FPS a little bit, but I can actually see something on the battlefield. So there you go. Now these are all the units you can choose in the early game. Some more late early game, like the Lithuanian boyars, I think they are for more or less the early mid game to late early game. Same goes for nobles. But I think Lithuanian X-Men, they can hold themselves pretty good until like mid early game. And the Ducal Spearmen, you will have them until the end of the early game. They are just pretty based, if I might say so. I like to choose Warcry just because it makes somewhat more sense. They're like still pagans, so Warcry makes sense. The Ducal Heavy X-Men, and yeah, you mostly rely on Dukes. Don't please in the early game. Like if you fight against the Teutonic Order, you can choose the militias, but like other than that, please don't choose them because they're just terrible. Like morale in this mod is like huge. You can like lower it so much. So please don't choose them for your main line. In the early game, if you don't have any other option, then you can choose them. But if you have like the option for Ducal Spearmen, choose Yuko Spearman over Levy Spearman. Militia Spearman. Yeah, pretty much Levies, but you know. Okay, let's start this. Now, don't worry about the battle map, it's just some random map it shows. I didn't really care about the layout. Because normally I wouldn't choose the layout for a custom battle, because then of course I would give myself the advantage. I will also give it a try on normal, because I think most players will play on normal. I actually don't know if the game, like, not game, but the mod is balanced for normal or hard. I think it probably is hard. I hear it's balanced on hard difficulty. But I think normal would work as well. Yeah, I think normal would work as well. Like, don't do it on easy. Oh yeah. The thing is about the graphics mod, it doesn't give me really good options for like the day and night, because sometimes day looks like night, because like still technically day, but like it's very dark. Oh god, I should have rematched that. Anyways, well, yeah, and also sorry for my English. It's my second language. You know, yeah. What I find interesting is, like, I think the models are just a little bit sometimes too detailed, because I mean it's pretty and it's historically accurate, but sometimes textures just take too long to load, and it sometimes lag spikes the game a bit. So that's not good. But I mean, lag spikes, like in Kingdom Come, which I also play, and I probably will make a video when I get my account registered again. But like, it does have lag spikes sometimes. But that's also important, though. Now it looks quite prettier. Because it's like an RPG, but also an action game at the same time, because there's a lot of combat in the game. A lot of like, yeah, like things where I need to react quickly. So the lag spikes, they are problematic. But like here, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so let's take a look at the units. We have our Grand Duke. We really like the shields. Helms as well. I think they fit with the I also like the design, simplistic, but like this guy, pretty cool. We got the Duke Spearmen. They will be like, I think they will be more or less, yeah, shock infantry. So just charge them in, then return them, and then charge them in. You shouldn't let them in battle too much, because I mean with this guys probably because they have like armor, but like you don't need to be too long in. They won't hold themselves. So I will probably skip these guys. They're terrible. Duke Spearmen, pretty solid unit. You will keep it for most, if not all, of your early game, because they're just so based. They're pretty good. Need to admit it. They're just very good. We also got the Lithuanian X-Men. You'll probably keep them not as long as the Ducal ones, but like still, you'll keep them for quite some time, because they are only valid melee option. Really like the layout. It really shows that they are still a pagan faction. Like it a lot. Not heavily armored. Kind of bad, but like they at least got a shield, so kind of adds up. Nobles, they are comparable to other nobles. I do think they have some different stats. I'm not sure how different, but I think the melee, like the weapon damage, is higher. Though I am quite unsure if I say so. Yeah, I'm quite unsure about this. Lithuanian archers, very good archers. Like it says, extremely good archers for the early. Oh, that wasn't kind of good. They also get Fury on crossbowmen. That's pretty good. Skirmishers, nothing to say about them. Cavalry, also pretty solid. Pretty solid. They got a noble cavalry comparable to our noble cavalry, just not in design. They look based. Gregorias. Yeah, I'm not sure about them. Yeah, I'm not really sure about them. They look cool, but I don't know if they're Christian. No, I don't think. No, you can get every faction here, unit here, without actually turning Christian. So I do think that you can also get a Christian. We got the I'm unsure. You know, like this these here, I'm not sure if it's a texture bug or maybe like a description bug, because I think you should only get them in the second phase, because like the armor and stuff like that for these guys, they are like for second phase, and they are like for first, like they are all for second phase, because like I see it at the helmets. So I'm very confused as to why it shows 13th entry. Probably it's just for late early game, but like, you know.
Missile Rider!
And skirmish and cavalry, nothing much to say about them. Anyway, the catapults just with a different design. No, actually, no, it's not a different design even, it's just the same. Really like that they actually had effort into making the trebuchets and making them look decent, because they look very decent. They're just frankly accurate. They didn't got like stones, but they got like gravel and stuff like in there, because that you could better maintain them. Really like them. Really like the faction in general. So yeah, that was pretty much it for the video. I might put one out today if the YouTube like enriches it's enough. Like so I can make another one if it loads quickly enough. Anyways, I hope whoever's watching this enjoys it. Yeah, goodbye. Oh yeah, I shouldn't have done this. Right. Yeah. What do I want to say? Oh yeah, goodbye. Yeah, uncut. Yeah. Bye.